was just grabbing.
Bro, what are you doing with popcorn, man?
Why would I not make popcorn? I feel like I'm about to watch a prize fight.
Bro, you're supposed to be a professional, right?
Wait, hold on. Am I the only one that realizes what's actually happening right now?
We know what's going on.
We're winning. Nate White is about to go on and put the nail in Othello's coffin on live
Whoa,
TV.
no, I do not approve of the coffin talk. But yes, it is accurate to say that things are going according to plan.
Respectfully, Ashley, I do know the difference between a public statement and a private conversation.
I don't think you do.
Well, I don't see any cameras around here right now.
Literally.
Oh, shut up. It's on.
All right, welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the show, Nate White.
Nate the Great.
Yes, the Daily Horn reporter who just dropped an absolute bombshell of a report on embattled GM Othello Akpem. Welcome to the show.
It is truly my pleasure, Stan. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Just give us a quick summary of what was in the article for those of us who haven't gotten a chance to read it yet.
Well, I encourage you to read the article. And if you want all the details, make sure you go to the Daily Horn's website. But here's the gist of the story. GM Othello Akpem, right?
Yeah, Akpem.
I mean, has created a rift in the organization between himself and brand marketing VP Freddie Novak. Now, is going so far as to confess to those in the inner circle that, check this out, he believes that Novak is angling for his job.
Drama.
Is there any truth to the idea that Freddie Novak would look to move to the basketball side of operations? I know that he and Phil Boyer have worked very closely together, but this is the first time I've heard of this, and I'm fairly plugged in with people in that organization.
That is true. JJ's plugged in.
Perk, I'm plugged in.
Well, JJ, I couldn't find a single person who could confirm that. As far as I can tell, maybe it's a little bit of what we call a paranoid delusion on the part of Opkin.
Wow.
Nate, that's a serious accusation.
Hey, listen, I don't write this stuff. I just report what I find, right? That's why I wouldn't make it lightly. But I've heard from multiple sources inside the organization that Opkin has attempted to undermine Novak in the attempt in order to convince team president Phil Boyer to move on from him. I mean, Phil Boyer.
Yeah, but he's basically eliminating the perceived threat of his job.
Right, eliminating that, the threat of his job. I mean, the paranoia sets in, right?
Interesting.
Can you go into that a little bit more? How has he undermined him?
You want it all.
Well, my colleague John Luck reported earlier this season that Opkin forbid MP from engaging in any PR initiatives around the city, which, of course, were organized by no other than Mr. Novak himself. He also reportedly ignored the findings of the team's analytics department on a consistent basis, going so far as to tell the organization's proprietary all-in-one stat are complete and utter nonsense. And of course, you got the proposed MP for Shep trade,
right.
which, obviously raised, multiple red flags across the league with all the rival GMs, and many of whom view MP, I'm going to say it, as a superior talent.
Really?
You hear that, Perk? Perk, I know you heard it. He said MP's the superior talent.
JJ, I don't know what it is with your exception with MP. I'm not ready to give up on Shep just yet. But if everything you say is to be true, Nate, it sounds like Othello is GMing to save his job, not the betterment of the team. And that's unacceptable. You can't trust someone who puts themselves before the team like that.
Where did this idea come from that Freddie Novak was angling for Othello Akpem's job?
Everybody.
I mess it up all the time.
JJ, that's a great question. And something that continues to confuse the people I've talked to who are actually familiar with the dynamics of the preferred of the situation.
I know
actually.
I'm confused.
Of course. But, the best I can tell, Othello preferred Owens, but was overruled by Phil Boyer on draft night. Then, when Phil hired Freddie Novak to help smooth things over with the fans, Othello convinced himself that Freddie was gunning for his job.
That's too much.
I keep getting hung up on this convinced himself part. What do you mean by that?
It's obvious. Well, I haven't been able to find a single person who thinks Freddie has one iota interest in the job. Right.
Okay.
Right. He currently doesn't have the background, obviously. And yes, Phil Boyer loves what he brings to the team. But would never hire him to make basketball decisions. I mean, obviously, that's not an area of his expertise,
Not even
right?
close.
No.
Well, listen, if that's all true, then I don't see how Othello can continue to be the GM of this franchise. It's never easy to call for someone's job, and I respect that this is the man's livelihood, but you can't GM to save your job. Your responsibility is to the organization. This is the cardinal sin of team building. We've seen it time and time again in this league, and it never ends well. Right. When you lose the big picture like that, and that has certainly happened with the proposed MP Shep trade, it's time to move on.
Well, hold on for a second. Othello's a good man, a family man, but I have to agree with JJ here. He's not the right fit for the job anymore.
You hear that, Sam?
Wow.
That's Perk agreeing with me.
A Perkins JJ agreement. Yeah. This is certainly a stunning turn of events.
You're welcome.
So stunning, in fact, that we actually took to the streets to ask City fans what they think about the current situation. Check this out.
MP is one of the finest young men and the greatest basketball talents I've ever had the pleasure of calling a friend. And anyone who would consider trading him needs to get his head screwed on straight.
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn about what's going on behind the scenes, but as far as MP goes, it would be a tragedy, honestly, to trade him for Shep. And I mean on every level.
Man, MP's my guy. That kid's a monster. Othello, you messing up, bro. I don't know what you're thinking, but you need to start watching these games and not do whatever it is you're doing. You feel me? Come on, man, wake up, dude.
There you have it. The city is united behind their rookie MP.
As well they should be, Stan. Seems the only guy who doesn't believe in MP is this guy, Kendrick Perkins.
Y'all ready for this? I actually believe in MP.
Oh.
But guess what? I just believe in Shep more. But forget all that. Based on everything that we've learned over the past few days, Othello, he has to go. The sooner, the better. Carry on.
All right.
That couldn't have gone any better. I'd say there's a 90-10 split in favor of MP on social.
Get it.
Yes.
Hey, hopefully Phil Boyer feels the same way.
Wait. Bro, I know you're joking me right now.
What?
That's your ringtone?
What's wrong with La Cucaracha?
That is your ringtone?
Yes.
Hey, how about picking it up already?
Okay. Jeez. Hello? Speaking. Yeah, he's right here with me. Sure, he'll be right there. Yo, do we have any more popcorn? I know we haven't finished.
Bro, who was that?
What? I'm hungry. That was Phil Boyer's office. He said he wants to see you right away.
Did he say anything else?
Just that it was urgent.
That's interesting.
Is that bad?
I don't know. How did Phil sound?
Well, it was his receptionist, and she sounded how she always sounded. You know, polite, courteous. But you should probably get over there and see what he wants.
Yeah, I'll get over there.
Yeah.
Hey, no matter what happens, we're gonna get through this, okay? We're gonna get through it together.
Y'all hot?
No, hey, rip off this Band-Aid.
All right.
There's no time for dawdling. Go.
All right. See you guys in a bit, all right? Here we go.
The season is when we start to hear a lot of rumors, whether it's about players on the move, coaches on the hot seat. It covers all the bases.
Yeah, and that can be distracting for a lot of teams. I had a coach fired in the middle of the championship run. No one wants to be thinking about that or whether they'll be traded. But look, it happens this time of year.
So here's Miami's starting group. Kevin Love out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Lowry, and it's Oladipo in at the 2 spot.
Oh, nice drive by Lowry, cutting the defense to pieces and then getting himself open for a look.
Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Adebayo. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Oladipo. 9 points last game out. The pass to Wembanyama. And that comes off the assist by Jones. 6 points for Slim. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Passes it to Adebayo. Here's Butler. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Johnson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Wembanyama has got 8 points.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball.
3-pointer, Lowry, rebounded by the Spurs. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity, perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
Now, Vassell, following the miss by Kyle Lowry from deep.
And that miss makes them 4 of 5 to start this one. Not a bad start.
To the middle, here's Adebayo. Lays it up off the glass.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined.
Here's Lowry. 9-point game his last outing. Butler sets a screen for Oladipo. Here's Strus. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Jones. Then there's Slim. And it's Bassey in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Well, their pass to Oladipo. No good with the triple. Spurs have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Wembanyama, guarded by Oladipo. Wembanyama gets the bucket. Wembanyama has got 4 this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Pass to Oladipo. Now Love. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Love's got his first 2 points of the night.
And known as a combo guard, Victor Oladipo has some point guard level passing skills in the body of a 2.
Wembanyama, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching hit.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside. And winning has become more consistent in Miami than ever. Jimmy Butler was acquired, made it all the way to the finals in his first year, and have steadily won games each season.
Jones, the pass to Wembanyama. With the second effort, he lays it in. Wembanyama has got 16 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lowry kicks to Oladipo. There's the dish to Butler. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And with the Heat, GA, they've been a consistent force in the Eastern Conference.
You have lots of talent up and down that roster, from stars like Butler and all the way down to the role players. This is just a solid team.
Shot to stop the run. It's tipped. Now, here's Vassell. Defense is right there. Here's Jones. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Heat trail by 9. A 3 ball. And it's Strus missing. The Heat, their last game, a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
To the paint. And he jams it with authority.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson.
He's hungry. Keep feeding him.
Caleb. So it's the San Antonio Spurs out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Miami Heat.
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game plan. Maybe some guys were improvising when they should have been making the next pass, but hey, not looking good out there.
And let's shift focus to that first half in the paint where two centers are really battling it out.
These guys are leading their way offensively. It's hard work doing all that scoring. Wouldn't you agree with that, Shaq?
Not for me, it wasn't. Piece of cake or barbecue chicken, whichever you prefer, or both at the same time. I'm hungry.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Slim having a dominant impact in this game.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
On the court for the Heat, Victor Oladipo is out there with Lowry. Then it's Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Love in at the power forward. And that was another look at the fantastic mobile one drive.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He ended up with 43 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it, they've kind of checked out mentally.
That's a foul? Sorry, I thought this was a contact sport. My bad.
Bam Adebayo, shooting one.
That matters.
Max Strus is checked in for the Heat. Free throw good, Adebayo. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Wembanyama. He's guarded by Adebayo. Wembanyama, no good.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Loads it up for Adebayo, and Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Jones, the pass to Wembanyama. That one goes in. Wembanyama has got 9 points here in the second half.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
It's a pick by Love. Fires the three. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 8 now on the night. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And he banks in the layup. Wembanyama has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Leading scorer on the night, and he looks very hungry for more. Keep feeding him. Operation Feed the Horse.
Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Able to create off the pick and roll. Oladipo.
Checked in for Love.
Substitution of Brooks.
Shut him down, MP! Shut him down!
Outside Hero. Five to shoot. Outside Butler. Shoots over Vassell. And it's Butler missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Jones is out there with Devin Vassell. Then there's Slim, and it's Bates Diop in at the small forward position. And a deep three from Hero. Offensive rebound Heat. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Left side, Hero. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Jones with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Hero. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Vassell, the pass to Wembanyama. And he lays it straight in. 35 points for Slim.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And a wide open look for Hero. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Jones with it. Now the pass to Wembanyama. Puts it up from 7. And that one drops. And that's now 37 points for Slim.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths.
By 21. 141 left to play in the final quarter. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Adebayo is checked in for Love. Max Strus comes in for Jimmy Butler. Oladipo, he's checked in for Hero. And Vincent subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now, here's Strus. He's defended by McDermott. Loads it up for Adebayo. Pocket 6, and it was still over the rim.
Substitution on court.
Is on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Spurs.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Slim.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. Off target from outside. Here's San Antonio. They're on a 17-4 run. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Chalk up 2 there. Wembanyama has got 43 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Jones looking for an opening. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
No